Hello, today I'm talking to Red Glass. We have Liam who sings and plays guitar, Llewellyn who plays guitar, Luke who plays bass, and Jude who plays drums. How are you all doing today?
Very well, thank you.
Very good, yeah.
Excellent. So, how long have you been together as a band, and where did the name Red Glass come from?
Well, Red Glass has had many forms. Me and Jude went to school together, and we started playing under the name Red Glass in 2015. But Luke and Llewellyn didn't join. Luke joined in 2018, and Llewellyn in 2019, because they're just a fraction older than us. But we don't let them forget it. And the name Red Glass came out of. To be honest, I have no idea where it come from. I think I just picked out of worst band names ever, because I can't stand it. But it's us now, and it's definitely unique, so we're owning it. And people know who we are now, so we can't change it.
And you released an album this year called Rocket Science. I've got my CD here. First, let's talk about the album artwork. Looks quite dangerous. You've got a sofa in the middle of a road, and it looks like you're causing a traffic jam as well. You've got two cars behind you. So, whose idea was this?
Jude, do you want to discuss this one?
Well, we were recording. I think we were recording part of the album, and we realised that we didn't have any album artwork from memory. So we cracked on and we decided to get some stuff. We had a washing machine, an amplifier, a sofa from my music room, which we actually all sat on. So it's sort of like poetry, I think is the best word to call it. And I have to say it, but all the graphic they were holding was planned. So because, well, mind you, actually, that road is the quietest it ever is. But once the day that we were doing the actual shoot, it seemed to be like the M4.
No one ever goes down there, and we just set up, and then a car came, so then we had to move everything out of the way again. But what we had planned was we had a photographer coming over, and you'll notice that Llewellyn isn't in that photo because he wasn't actually in the band at that point. That is how long this band has been making this album. Yeah, so we had a photographer coming over, and we had something else entirely planned, like photos in the studio, and it was just going to go from there. And it was such a nice day, we thought we'd do it outside. And then it just sort of went from there, really, and took sofas out and stuff like that.
Well, it's cool. I like it.
Thank you.
So the album has 12 tracks, and I have cleverly come up with 12 questions related to the title of each track. However, we might run out of time before question 12 because you try thinking of a question related to the title, Marianne. So first of all, the first track, Rocket Science. Who's most likely to be a rocket scientist?
Hey,
And why is that?
I'm the smartest.
Do we all agree on this?
In certain areas, yes.
Yeah.
I would say Llewellyn.
Oh, thank you.
That might just be because you've got glasses, but
yeah, glasses do a lot of favours in the kind of intellectual view. But yeah, no, I don't know if I agree with that. I'm not that clever. I don't know. Maybe Luke. At least
I'm a programmer, which is maybe slightly close to a scientist.
Yeah.
You'll probably and build a rocket.
Couldn't build it, but could program it. There you go.
Program it, yeah.
Yeah, that counts. Track 2 is Snapchat Horror Story. What is your favourite social media app, and who do you think spends the most time on social media?
Liam does all the posting on Instagram, so we'll say Instagram and Liam.
Yeah.
that's sort of like best of a bad bunch. None of us are particularly good with the online world.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, does Last FM count as a I don't know. 'Cause I use
On your age.
No.
I'm like a nerd when it comes to like stats about like what I listen to. So Last FM keeps track of all that, which is amazing. And you can connect to people through it. So I think it counts. So,
Not
that's
sponsored.
my favourite.
Not sponsored.
No.
Yeah, we can count that. Number three, the rebellion. What's the most rebellious thing you've ever done that I can put on my blog?
A sofa in the middle of a road and sit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jude passed his driving test and got caught speeding 2 days later.
Was that intentional though? Because if it's not intentional, it doesn't really count.
I think it was intentional.
Intentional, I would have done it today.
They're more like guidelines than rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just recommendations. Number 4, high school disco. What were your favourite subjects at school, and who was the best dancer for the disco?
Wow. Me and Luke won a dancing competition at a red glass gig.
Before we were in
Before we
the
were in red glass, which I think what answers that.
Can you show us some moves? What are your best moves?
Oh no.
band.
Luke,
Have a bit of drink first.
I won't be mean. Won't make you do that.
we had alcohol, so that I mean, you know, I
Yeah.
kind of have to have alcohol to do that, really.
I imagine that helped.
Yeah. Favorite subjects? I don't know. Music, probably.
Yeah, me too. Music across the board.
Yeah.
So number 5, never grow up. What was your favourite TV show as a child?
Ooh.
Thomas the Tank Engine,
Oh.
definitely.
If we're going for like kids shows, and Thunderbirds was a.
Oh yes. Oh, I love Thunderbirds.
I tell you what, I've been watching recently. I've been going through and watching Malcolm in the Middle. I don't know if people know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been rewatching that, and I used to watch it as a kid, so it's kind of cool. That feels really nostalgic now watching that. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Number 6 is Amber Palace. Now this is vaguely related, as obviously you wouldn't stay here, but where would be your dream venue to play as a band?
I'd say for me, it's probably the Apex in Bury.
Oh, have
Yeah,
higher goals.
Aiming a little bit
Venue
high.
in the world.
okay. The Troubadour in America. I think it's in LA. I think.
Mm.
I don't know America very well.
Is that the one where Elton John played?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I think aiming a little bit higher than the Apex, Madison Square Garden in New York.
Yes.
Supported by Billy Joel.
Maybe the other way around. Keep it realistic.
I tell you what,
That's realistic.
one of the first gigs I saw, like live, not live, but like kind of on TV or whatever, was Green Day when they played Milton Keynes Bowl. I think playing Milton Keynes Bowl would be like mega.
Jude, what about you?
Nate Moulton, I think. Got good.
The acoustics are brilliant.
venue, like with good sound and all that sort of thing. I think that'd be a very good venue to play in.
It is very nice. Me and Jude actually played there when we were about 9 in a brass band.
We never played in,
What?
we never played in a rock band then, did we?
No, we didn't. We only played music that made your grandma fall asleep. I'm just going to tell you a story. We had me and Jude were in a brass band. Jude had this big solo coming up, really big, and I glanced over in the audience to look at his family, and just as he was about to start, his grandma was like fell asleep just there.
Oh no.
I tell this story to everyone.
Is that why you started doing rock music? So it's loud enough to wake anyone up, so there's no risk of sleeping audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't fall asleep to that. So number 7, one day. If you could switch lives with anyone for one day, who would it be?
I would say Jude, so I can understand him a bit more.
I didn't mean like in the band.
Oh, yeah, I
Again, aim higher.
I need higher expectations in life. I'd say Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl's a good answer.
He seems to have it made. He knows what he's on about.
And you get to be like part of Foo Fighters for a day. So.
Yeah, that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm mad about film music, so Hans Zimmer's like my bae. So yeah. Which, yeah.
I'm not sure Hans Zimmer and Bay has ever been used in a sentence together before.
Well, it has now. No. Yeah. So I mean, for me, he's like I don't know how he comes up with what he comes up. So to understand, it's more like, sort of along the lines of you and Jude, Liam, but me and Hans Zimmer understand what's going on in that head.
If you're mad about film music, what film would you love to like write the soundtrack to?
Ooh.
There's a lot of pressure.
No, I don't know. As in what? As in like as Red Glass?
Yeah.
Probably a Guy Ritchie film.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely a Guy Ritchie film.
Yeah, that could be pretty cool. I'm trying to think. So say Tarantino has awesome music, but not really necessarily what we do. I don't know. It's a really good question. I'll think about it. Come back to me. I'll think about it.
Okay, yeah, we'll come back to that at the end. Number 8, I must ask you a question. Love that song title. Love a good pun. If you could ask any musician, live or dead, a question or advice, who would it be? Kind of similar to the last question of some of your answers, but same sort of people, or would you want to get advice from someone different?
I think like a band who we're similar to, or like to think we're similar to, and who are famous. I don't know, Green Day. Maybe that's aiming a bit high again, but you know, asking them how they made it, like how they got famous, and that advice for that. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, back. Number 9, Time Waster. I acknowledge that the subject of this song is a lot darker than the question I'm going to ask, but keeping it light, what do you lot waste most of your time on?
Video games.
Yeah.
What sort of video games?
RuneScape.
Me.
Showing my age.
Yeah. That's just Luke, I think.
That's exclusively Luke.
But video games is definitely an answer.
Video games, yeah.
Yeah, I mean TV. I watch a lot of TV. You know, whether it's reality or dramas or whatever. I watch a lot of TV.
What about you two, Jude and Liam?
Probably eating.
Fair enough. I waste a lot of time doing that too.
Yeah,
Eating.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
Number 10, Lady of the Night. Again, I'm going to ignore the content of the song in relation to the question because I don't want to talk to you about Ladies of the Night. We're going to go with another lady. And at the time, my mind went to Lady and the Tramp, which is a Disney film. So what's your favourite Disney film?
This is very different to where I saw that question go.
Yeah.
Fortunately. Hercules for me.
Now, are we including Disney Pixar or just
Yeah,
Disney?
we'll include Disney Pixar.
Oh, in that case, that changes everything.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
just another interview right there.
including Pixar, I mean, Toy Story is a classic. So probably
Toy
that.
Story used to terrify me when I was younger.
I love how it works as a kids' film, but also an adult film. I think it's amazing.
I mean, the movie buff you are the one, you probably know this already, but you know that the carpet in Sid's hallway is the same as the one in The Shining.
I did not know that.
You know that?
I did not know that.
Disney films have so many good references. In it.
I know they do a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah. I would probably say Toy Story 2. And that's
Yeah.
not Toy Story as well. That's Toy Story, the second installment.
Need to clarify.
Yeah. Although if we were just saying Disney films, I'd probably go with The Lion King.
Yeah, the Lion King's a classic.
And I forget the one. How many Disney films has Hans Zimmer scored?
I knew you were going to ask that.
is it
Not
just
that
the Lion King?
No, it's not just The Lion King, but that is probably his most well known and probably part of my reason of liking it. But hey, I loved it before I even knew who Hans Zimmer was. So there you go. Yeah.
What about you, Jude? What's your favourite Disney movie?
Jude doesn't like animated films.
Oh, you're not.
I do loathe animated films. However, I acknowledge that Pirates of the Caribbean is part of Disney's franchise. So I shall be choosing that today.
That is a good choice. I love those films.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean has a good ride at Disneyland.
Yeah.
Is that the one in America or in Paris?
Both.
Paris, that's the one I've been to.
That's where this. Well, not obviously this isn't a Pirates of the Caribbean T-shirt, but this is from Disneyland, Paris.
Cool.
Follow-up question, Jude. Do you even hate Shrek? Surely not.
Well, hang on a minute. It's very loud. I'm just close my sunroof.
Jude does a brilliant impression of Shrek.
Oh, do you?
Oh. Oh.
I feel like that was stalling, so you didn't have to answer the question.
Oh, there's someone at the door.
Shrek isn't sort of like what I call animated. Is he? He's more sort of like three-dimensional and.
It's not real.
Shrek, played by the actor Shrek.
Like Shrek. Yeah,
it's not live action, is it?
Shrek, but I still maintain that animated films are crap.
Okay, well,
Well,
if you like Shrek, then obviously you're wrong.
It's all right to have the wrong opinion. That's fine.
We'll leave it there. We'll have this debate in our own time.
okay.
This could take a while.
Track 11, Come Back Home. Now, we've all been stuck at home a lot in lockdown, so we're going to turn this question on its head. Where is the first place you plan to go when everything's open again?
Hard all the way. Can't wait.
Just a gig anywhere at this point. In the car park.
Luke's house, that'd be nice. No, I mean, I've had an idea for going. You guys will know this as well, but we're all mad about the film Hot Fuzz, and the place they filmed it, they do like tours, and you can go there and you can visit it. And so I have planned to go and visit it there, all of us and our prospective partners. And I think hopefully maybe this year, once we can actually do stuff, we'll do that. So that's probably one of the first things. Hopefully we'll do maybe.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I'm just waiting to get back to the live music.
Likewise.
What is your first gig that is going to happen? Hopefully.
Hopefully it's supposed to be Hella Mega, which is like Green Day, Fall Out Boy, Weezer.
Yes, I booked that as well.
That is like 5 days, I think, after the restrictions. So
yeah,
who knows if that's going to happen? Because obviously it's quite a big one too. So yeah. I don't. That's what's supposed to be my first one. What about you lot? What's yours?
I think me and the one in the book for literally the same thing. So
same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably that.
Yeah.
It's the same two people plus me. We're hopefully going to see MCR in Milton Keynes.
Yeah, I've got MCR too. I just don't know when the tickets have been rescheduled for yet. But yeah, hopefully we'll see them.
Again, I don't think that's going to happen this year. Well, at least not in June or July, whenever it's going to be. So yeah, which just sucks because I got into them like not long before they kind of obviously broke up originally. Never got to see them live. And then obviously they got back again. I was like, wow. And then obviously, got tickets, everything, and then obviously it's been now pushed back, and it's like, oh.
And they've been, because they've been back together like 2 years now, and nothing's happened, have they?
No, I don't know how they're going to do new music or not. I mean, it'd be awesome if they did, but at the same time, if they don't, then I can still live with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they literally just got back together right in time for coronavirus to happen.
Yeah. In fairness, I mean, I've got a whole bunch of gigs. Last year was meant to be an amazing year for gigs. I had like Jimmy Eat World, MCR, Green Day, the Hella Mega Tour. I had Hans Zimmer, loads of stuff, and it all obviously got moved. And so, hopefully.
I think I've got like 16 gigs booked now that have been like have been pushing back, that I've got all like the end of this year. So
yeah,
that's going to be fun.
yeah, definitely.
So, what are your hopes and plans for Red Glass in the rest of 2021? Gigs.
One gig.
Just
Yeah.
kind of
Anywhere, please have us. Yeah, I mean, the main goal is just to stay together, really, and not kill each other before December. We released like in the last 12 months we've released 16 songs. So we would like to release some more and not just do loads and then go away for a couple of years. We've been having weekly writing sessions, and we've got about 45 songs that no one's heard yet.
Yeah.
So that'll cover us for a while. So hopefully we record them at some point, and like Luke said, just play anywhere. That'll have us, really. That's the idea.
What we've lost in gig opportunities, what everyone's lost in those opportunities, I think ourselves and probably a lot of other people as well have gained in time and excuse to do writing and to do like band meetings online and stuff. So we've made the most of it, I think.
Yeah. The thing is, because we're all songwriters, this is it. So I write songs, Liam writes songs, Luke writes songs, and obviously, we have these sessions where we meet them up, but it means we've got loads of songs. I think, obviously we've been meeting up, we probably would have written more together, but as it is, because we all can write songs, we all do. Right,
with slightly different influences as well.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. But obviously it's going to be really fun. Yeah, I tell you what, it's going to be really fun when we can play together again, is trying these songs kind of out. Because so far, they're all kind of demos that we've individually put together on GarageBand or Logic or whatever. And it'd be really fun, I think, to actually meet up and play them together for the first time. That's going to be really fun.
Well, I look forward to hopefully seeing you if you do get to do a gig. Fingers crossed that the COVID restrictions get lifted as planned. But thank you very much for coming to speak to me today, and I will get this posted with links of where to find you and your music, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you for having us. Bye.
Bye.